Hello everyone, and welcome back to W Bricks, and welcome on into another LEGO Ninjago review, where today we're taking a look at the last 2025 March set, the Ninjago City Workshops, retailing for $250 and including 3,244 pieces along with 10 minifigures. This set has been a major talking point on my channel for the last month and a half. We finally have it in person to review here today, and we'll see by the end of the review if this set is actually a scam. Taking a look at the front of the box art, looks pretty good. Pretty hard to record on these massive boxes, but doing the best I can, guys. Around the first side, you've got a great look at the Twitchy Tim mech, and around the back, you've just got a bunch of different little images from around the set. Pretty solid altogether, and no thumb tabs, absolute W. And around to the final side, you've got a nice small image of the set, and up top, the 10 minifigures, plus a little buildable character there, Harumi, of course, being the star figure. Speaking of the minifigures, here are the 10 minifigures included in this set, and genuinely, this feels worse in person than it did in the original images. Here are the 4 minifigures of the set that obviously everybody wants: Harumi, Dorama, Twitchy Tim, and Dr. LaRoe. Now, this really is not the best minifigure selection for special characters in a Ninjago City set. This is actually pretty horrendous. For years, every couple months, people theorize what the next Ninjago City set will include when it comes to the specialty minifigures. I mean, there's been so many on the table. People have wanted Mr. Froheki recently. Zane and Cole's dad, both of them have been highly anticipated figures. And I just feel like this selection does not represent what the majority of people are actually looking for in the community. As for Harumi, I think she's a very nice minifigure. Obviously, all 4 of these people are missing leg printing. The only one that I think is okay to be missing leg printing is Dorama. I think Dorama is actually the best minifigure out of the 4 here. I think that Harumi, like I said, is very nice, but Dorama is done very, very well. And while originally I didn't like the lavender in the initial images, I think that it works out fine for his character in Lego form. Though, because he has such minimalistic printing, I still don't understand why they couldn't give the purple stripe on the top of the hat. I mean, just a tiny extra step more and they could have really helped this minifigure a lot, especially considering no leg printing. For Twitchy Tim, I think the minifigure is fine. I think it was OG Ninjago on Instagram. My buddy said to me he thinks that the only reason Twitchy Tim got made is because they realized they had the hairpiece left over after Cinder, and genuinely that is probably correct. As for Dr. LaRoe, I think that this is probably the worst minifigure in the set, simply because her minifigure should have had leg printing over any of the rest of them. I mean, her design is a doctor's white trench coat, and so just not including the bottom half of the trench coat and cutting the design in half completely ruins the effect and the look of the actual character. Honestly, this just feels like a poor selection of figures for the set, especially considering these would be the most hyped figures of the set. And I think there's so many other options out there like Mr. Froheki, Dr. Julian, Lou, Cole's dad. I mean, there's so many other options out there. These 4 figures are just such a large disappointment. I can't state that enough. As for the next figures up here, we have Zane and Pixel included in the set. I think that Pixel was a fine inclusion here. She does come in 2 other sets, both $100 sets right now, so she's more of a premium minifigure. You know, you might not already have her if you're buying this set, but I think that Zane here was actually the worst possible ninja minifigure they could have included in this set. And not Zane as the character, but this Zane minifigure in particular. Why, you may ask? Because if somebody is going out of their way to buy a $250 Ninjago set, 99 times out of 100, they're already going to own the $10 Zane's Mech Battle Pack set, which means they're already going to have this minifigure. This minifigure just was a horrible inclusion choice for this set. I do think that literally any other ninja minifigure would have been a better option than this Zane. The chances of somebody not owning that $10 set before buying this set is just so ridiculously slim. There's no reason to put this as the extra ninja minifigure in the set. It could have been Lloyd or Kai with the new black double-bladed armor. I mean, it could have been a Neo without the hood. It literally could have been anything your heart desires other than this Zane. Just seems like a cheap move. Speaking of cheap moves, we have the other 4 minifigures included in this set, which they are just civilian city minifigures. When you already have just 10 minifigures in a large set, cutting almost 50% of that away for just civilian city minifigures is absolutely absurd. When it comes to the Ninjago City sets, of course, you do have to have some civilian minifigures to walk around, but those minifigures should be extra figures included in the set. If we think about Tournament Temple City last year, we received 12 minifigures and then 1 civilian. So 13 total minifigures from Ninjago, and then you had your 1 civilian blacksmith minifigure on the side. This time, we're getting 6 Ninjago minifigures and 4 civilians. So not only did LEGO take away 3 minifigures from the set, but then they took away extra Ninjago figures and turned them into just regular civilian city minifigures. And we all know that LEGO originally took 4 city minifigures and then said, oh shoot, this is gonna look horrible if they're all city minifigures. So instead of including, a different actual Ninjago species that we've been seeing in Dragons Rising, like the pink Mesmo snake style, or maybe a Frohickey frog style, or one of the snail guys, let's just use one of the Dragonian heads, slap them on there with the same hairpiece, and call it good. Unfortunately, because of the minifigure selection in this set is already not worth $250 when we directly compare this to the Tournament Temple City release just 10 months ago. This set is an embarrassment when it comes to the minifigures. As for the actual set though, let's get into it because there's going to be some positives. First off, with our first buildable character, we have the magic puppet for Dorama, and I think that this was a fine inclusion. I would have preferred one of the yellow trash robots that walk around the crossroads, but I think that with Dorama being included in this set, this was a fine inclusion. It takes up barely any pieces and looks good. As for the mech in the set, holy freaking crap. This thing is amazing. This is legitimately one of the best mechs LEGO Ninjago has ever released. I am not kidding. One of the best mechs LEGO Ninjago has ever released. And we know how many of them they release. The only problem is it was released in a city set and not its own set. This would have been a perfect mech set on its own. So as you see, we can open it up here, plop in Twitchy Tim perfectly fine, pull that bar down over him to secure him in. Looks very, very menacing, very cool. But what's so incredible about this is the posability options with this mech. I mean, you have shoulder joints, elbow joints, wrist joints. Keep in mind, these are 360-degree motion on this. On the shoulder, on the elbow, on the hand, the legs, you have the top of the hip joint. You then have a gorgeous knee joint along with ball joints on the feet. This thing is not too heavy. It's perfectly balanced. You can display this in almost any way you want. The feet look great. The color scheme is different. It's unique. It's fun. This is what I'm talking about. This mech alone probably takes up about 150, 175, 200 pieces, somewhere in that range. It's got a lot of small pieces in there. This would be a perfect $20 set. Now take a look at this. You see that little sticker decal on the front there. If you don't want the generic one that I put on, you can pick one of these extra 8 stickers included in the set to make it like a Kai mech or maybe a Sora mech. You have the ninja symbols on there if you want to change it over to a ninja's mech in specific. Some customs will be coming, guys. If you want a different size comparison, here it is compared to an Evo style mech. It's like the perfect size for a person. Not too small like the Evo, but not too big like the Titans. As for the actual set, this thing has had a different effect on me than I expected it to. This definitely is not my favorite Ninjago City set. It's definitely not even in the top 3, but it's not as bad as I expected it to be. And that's even taking into account the mech and the mech stand. I actually am pretty impressed with quite a few details into this set, quite a few designs, and it does include one of my favorite building designs Ninjago City has yet to release. I think they've done a really good job with the overall look of this set, and I'm genuinely surprised because I wasn't sure, or I was pretty sure I wasn't going to like the design. As for the bottom mech thing, as you see, it is what it is. You can kind of crank this back and forth, and it'll move your mech around on the stand. I'm pretty sure in the future I'm going to make a video talking about how we can remove this and mod this so that you don't have to worry about the mech in the set, but we're going to talk more about the mech and the inclusion of that in the set at the end. As for the actual set, I want to go through it all the different buildings, go through everything, and look at these different design elements that go into it, the different building techniques and methods, to look at how good this is. Right off the bat, one of my favorite things right there is actually using the upside down dark tan scarf as noodles outside the noodle store. I think it's really cool, and I love these signs on the side. It's very Japanese culture-ish and Japanese architectural. As for this first crane design, I'm sure you saw it peeking out. So you can move this small crane around here, just forward and back. And then you can, of course, lift the chain up and down. I have a small video showing on the back where you can twist and affect that. Very, very nice inclusion. So the first building I want to take a look at is the noodle shop. Once again, that noodle technique is fantastic with the scarf. But around back, you've got a nice little sitting area here, which looks very, very nice. Great inclusion. You can't really open that building up, which kind of sucked. But I mean, for me, it's not that big of a deal. That's not even going to take 0.1 points off of the score of this set. Moving up, though, you get to see kind of this sandy blue scaffolding area, which I think looks good. I want to assume that's scaffolding, but it looks good to me. And then around to the front again, I want to take a look at the other side, this dark burnt orange building where we've got this dark blue garage door. And you can twist right here on the side, and you're going to be able to open up that garage door to get inside one of the workshop areas. Now, if you look at this black roof segment right here, this is one of my favorite designs of the set. It uses upside down catapult pieces as the roof, and I love that. Such a very cool design, and I love the way this window right here looks as well. I think they did a great job with that. And around back, as you see, you've got a little puddle of water to connect with the other cities since it's a quarter module, and you've got a nice little balcony area, and I love that Japanese poster too. Look at that thing. Very, very nice. Very cool. If we open up the back of the sandy blue building with the dark blue garage door, there really is nothing going on inside of here. As you see, there's a little poster of Sora on the wall, so maybe a Sora fan works down here. And over to the left, you just got some little things on the wall. It looks like a little octane tank to me. Above that is this sandy olive green Zane's apartment building, which we're going to take a look at in the interior in a second. But around the other side, you've got this nice little pathway to connect to the other city modules. And if we pull out right here on the back of the module, we're going to get the Zane's apartment building. So taking a look at this on its own, I really love these posters on the wall, the like Japanese flower posters. Very, very, very nice. You also got a small Zane's ice jet on the wall there. Very, very cool. As for the top layer, these two buildings really blew me away. The color scheme is fantastic, and this is what I'm looking for when it comes to LEGO Ninjago cities. The first building we're going to take a look at is the Dorama's Magic Shop, and I really love the color scheme here. The spring green and the brick color, or the brick element, is very cool with the teal. Love that, and I love that sign up top. And around back, you have a small little sign of the Boulder Blaster and some more really great spring green bricks. And if we pull back here, of course, to open it up, it's a little bit more difficult. We're going to have the Dorama's Magic Shop. This thing really just is decked out with tons of little Ninjago secrets and hidden things here. We got to take a look. Obviously, Fire and Earth playing cards. We have a crazy card here on the left, along with like Clifford the Big Red Dog. I don't know. And then my favorite thing here is the 2011 Nia Spinjitzu spinner card from the Ninjago spinner line. As for this building, this is my favorite building, or one of my favorite buildings of all time in the Ninjago City line. It's like an art store here. As you see, you've got the Cole's Titan mech imprinted across the window of the store, which already looks fantastic. You've got stained glass windows and this like little Zane build up top with like the peace fingers. And then you also have this poster for season 13 in Ninjago around the side. And when we're going to open up this building, this one is just stuffed full with incredible stuff, guys. Obviously, what's going to draw your eyes right away is the small micro version of the Cole's Titan mech, which just looks so good. An incredible design here. And then on the wall, you've got little Lego sets or models of Samurai X, and then Lloyd Cole, Zane, and Jay's Titan mechs. Very cool. You got some painting supplies or some scissors there too on the side of the wall. Such a great inclusion. And then of course up top you have that crane that I've really loved since the moment I saw it. If you twist here on the side on one of these gears, you can pull and lower, you can raise and lower that tow hook. Overall, guys, I'm genuinely surprised how much I really enjoyed the look of this build. The bottom half of it is not my favorite. I don't like how that one area is completely opened up where the blue scaffolding is. But the top is fantastic. Fantastic. When it comes to putting the mech into the build, though, this is where it does fall apart for me. I really like the set on its own, and then you put the mech in here, and it just draws the eye away completely. The point of the Ninjago City is to enjoy the architecture and the different architectural styles that they do with Lego Ninjago City and the Ninjago City modulars. The focus should not be on a mech. I think that's been something we've talked about from the very beginning. Why was the mech included? And having the mech in person is one of my favorites. And I was surprised because, as you see here, this connected to Ninjago City Markets, it actually matches up very, very well when you connect it to the side. I really like how it connects up to this spot exactly, and it's going to fit perfect in the collection of the Ninjago City collection. It looks great. I just hate the mech. It takes up too much space at the front and completely draws the eye from the actual build. But when you remove the mech from the front of the build, I think it dramatically helps this set out. It really makes it feel a lot more like the other Ninjago City sets, and it looks a lot better on display with the other Ninjago City sets without the mech included. My plan is to make a video soon of how to mod this set and remove the mech parts from the bottom of it to create more of the same Ninjago City aesthetic that we've been used to. Maybe some little red bridges or something down there. I'm hoping to put a video on that pretty soon on how you can mod this and take out that entire mechanism for the mechs, because that just really has to go in order to make this set feel very, very, very good like the other Ninjago Cities are. Overall, this set has me completely split. The minifigure selection is legitimately, in my opinion, the worst minifigure selection we have ever seen in the history of Lego Ninjago, especially at an expensive price point. There really is no set that even comes close to how bad this minifigure selection is. It genuinely is an embarrassment to the Ninjago City line. The mech did not belong in this set. It simply did not. Whoever is just going crazy over mechs at Lego needs to stop, and they need to stop now. The fan base is done with mechs. Great, release a mech or two here every year. You don't need to put a mech in every single set. It is getting absurd. We are done with mechs, guys. Seriously, please, someone listen. But this type of mech at the same time is the type of mechs that we should be seeing. This mech right here shows us what Lego can do, and especially at just 150 to 200 pieces, it shows us what they can do. There is no excuse as to why this mech should not be the standard of mechs that we're receiving at $25 to $30 mechs in general. This is what we should be receiving from Lego. This quality is what we should be getting. They have proven to us how well they can actually design mechs. Now stop using all the cheap Evo joints or whatever and make mechs like this. This mech is legitimately one of the best mechs of all time. It just did not belong in this set. And as for the actual set, there's obviously positives and negatives, as there is with every Ninjago City set. Every Ninjago City set has really good things about it and not as good things. Overall, I really like the set. If you don't care about the minifigures, if you don't care about the mech, and you want to spend $250 for a small corner module of a Ninjago City, go for it. My biggest recommendation is to not run out and buy the set because you want Harumi. I know people are definitely going to do that. With Lego's track record, these minifigures will not remain exclusive, and they will probably appear on Lego Pick a Break here within a couple months. So if you just want Harumi or you just want Dorama, hold off. Wait a little bit. Please do not buy the set for one minifigure. Please do not buy the set for one minifigure. If you like the set, but you're iffy on that $250 price, I get it. It's not worth $250. My overall opinion is this would be worth about $200. I mean, I want you guys to think of it this way. This set includes 10 minifigures, 4 of which are city minifigures for $250. Yet the Art Dragon of Focus on shelves right now that just came out at the exact same time is $100 with 8 minifigures. And they're all Ninjago minifigures with leg printing and fancy designs. I mean, exclusive minifigures in that set too. There is no excuse for the horrendous minifigures in this set. Anybody trying to cope with it, anybody in the comments that are like, W, what are you talking about? No, it's not. This is not the greatest minifigure selection. We have seen greatness. This just does not cut it for $250. Like I mentioned, this set comes in at about $200 for me, and I think that's being generous. I'm giving it $200 simply because I think that the piece count and the actual set of this product is very good or generally very good, the minifigures just bring it back by a ton. And I'm sure a lot of you are like, oh, he just keeps talking about the minifigures. Yes, because the minifigures are so important in these big Ninjago sets. They always have been, they always will be. And I just wish they could have been just a bit better. You know, put a Frohickey in here, put 2 more minifigures in this set, like Frohickey and Zane's dad in your set. You know, there would be very, very little complaints about this set. Overall, don't buy this set for Harumi. Don't buy the set just because it's a set on shelves and you feel like buying something. If you're meh on the set, if you're looking at this and you're meh, you know, save your money. There's going to be a lot of expensive Ninjago sets coming out soon. You're going to want to hold off and wait for those sets. And if you don't like any of those sets in the future, then you can come back to this set. But you don't want to waste all your money right now on a mediocre set that's going to definitely hit sales in a couple of months and then not have money in the future when some really cool sets come out in the summer. There's already some really, really good sounding sets in the summer, like the Lloyd's Jet for $100. You're going to want to save some money for the summer wave. Just letting you know now, I'm very excited for some of these summer sets. So I'm pretty sure you're going to want to save your money, especially since it's going to be like an $850 summer wave. Save the money, please. Please, please, please. If you're into buying a big Ninjago set right now and you're stuck between this and Tournament Temple City, please, please buy Tournament Temple City every single time. There is no question in my mind that Tournament Temple City is 10 times better than this set. And I've ranked Tournament Temple City as the most inaccurate Ninjago set of all time. So please, please, if you're stuck between Tournament Temple City and this set, go for Tournament Temple City. The only reason I think you should buy this set right now is if, one, you're not going to buy any of the other Ninjago sets this year, go ahead. If you like the Ninjago City line, go ahead and go pick it up and add it to your city line. If you're an adult and you like this set, you know, if you're into the Ninjago City stuff, go pick this up if you're an adult and you've got a lot of extra money to spare. But if you're on a tight budget, if you're a teenager, if you're a kid, this is not going to be the set for you. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review here today. Obviously, a lot of you guys have been really hyped for me to review this thing and get my opinions and my thoughts on this set. And, you know, obviously, this is why you always give something a fair chance. You know, a lot of people think I don't give stuff a fair chance. I always give stuff a fair chance. The second I have that set in my hands, the slate is wiped clean. And we start over. And we see what the set is from the ground up right there. And that is how so many sets I've turned around and really liked. I mean, the Arc Dragon of Focus I ended up liking a lot more than I expected to. And sets like the Zane's Combo Vehicle that I thought I was going to love, I ended up really, really hating. So it's important to always give something a fair chance and always make sure to listen to somebody that's going to give you a fair and honest review right from the start. So thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. YouTube does not pay me enough to continue to buy all of these sets, guys. These are coming out of my own pockets. This is not getting paid for by YouTube. I'm not making enough in a month to pay for this set and the other sets all at once. You know, this is coming out of my pocket. So how you can help me and support me to help me continue to create these reviews for you guys is by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. And in my channel description right now, you can join channel memberships. They start at just 99 cents a month. And that dramatically helps to help me support my channel, and you help support me and create more reviews and more videos just like this. So thank you, guys. Have an incredible rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in and spending your time here with me today. And I'll see y'all later on W Bricks.